Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? The week has ended. We have to prepare for next week. Yeah, and as usual, it's always gold. It's always gold. So now let's make some money. You get it? Yeah. Let's go to the chat and let's see what we're gonna do today. So I'm going to take everything out and then straightforward we start something. All right. So as usual on gold, we always check up the points, the rejection points, and if you see for yourself. Right? Start from weekly and let's see what's happening on weekly. Zooming in, you could see that we have a rejection point, right? A swing, a bullish and a bearish candle giving us a swing. Looking at the open and the close of that area, giving you a swing. Okay, so we have a high and then a lower high. Now we have a high for this week. Now we are waiting for next week. If next week also gives us a bearish candle, then we know we have another what? A lower high, right? Which is also here, telling us what we are still what? Bearish. Good. So now let's go into secondly too, we could see prices attracted to somewhere. And where is that? Now we have wicks here, we have wick here, and we have wick here. Price is attracted to this. Now you could see we have wick here, but we need to ask ourselves why is price not there? It's all about structure. So if you want to understand what is really going on down there, we go into daily and we have a look. All right. Now, there's one thing about price that some people don't really take into consideration. Price always respect ordered, let's say ordered what areas or ordered rejection point places that are of good structure. These are lower highs, okay, but this place is kind of on something. Which word should I use? It's not so organized, okay. The wicks are just scattered here and there. There's nothing like a low and then a higher low or something. This low has violated that, so we don't really have a structure like we should talk about. So price would like to do what? Go through those areas. Also, looking at daily, we still have our other blocks respected. Price respecting our other blocks nicely, telling us that the sellers are really pushing in. You get it? So now we have these low ends, and that is what is going to attract price. So you ask yourself, what is really going to attract price? So if price is coming down, then this is the reason it's coming down. This is also the reason it's coming down. And lastly, this area from here to here is the reason price is coming down. It has left what? Gaps. You get it? So yeah, price is coming down to clear out all these areas so that it can now find its way to wherever it wants to go to. And anytime price is about to go somewhere, it prepares itself for us. So now let's go into a day 4 hour and let's see what we can do over here. Now in 4 hour, you start plotting the first rejection point to the second to project price's direction. So from here to here, we anticipating price to be bearish more, but price did what? Broke out from it. Okay, price broke out from this area, went up, but couldn't take out what? This high. So your bullish sentiment is still not confirmed. It could have been a retracement here for price going up, but you could see price never went above what? This new high. What did price do? Price came to take out only this sentiment, right? Leaving the sentiment. You get it? So now what is price doing? Price is setting traps for those who don't know how to trade properly. They create liquidity and they use that same liquidity against us. All right. At this moment, someone is going to enter a sell. 1 second. At this area, someone will think, yeah, we are going bearish, and I'm going to tell you why. So when you come here, taking your trend line from just here, this low to this higher low, yeah, this is a good breakout, right? And people, breakout traders, will just jump into a trade because they'll say count 3 candles and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me zoom in so that you can have a proper view, right? at this point, right? This is your breakout. Okay, count one. They say count 3 candles. 1, 2, 3 candles, and you enter your sell, right? And price is dropping. You leave it and you think price getting here, you are good to go, and realize the case, the price returned. How are you going to protect your trade? Unless maybe during your entry you were able to put your stop loss, in a profit area, so that when it comes back, you will have been safe, right? But what happened? Price really returned. What do they do? Now, this is what price do, or this is what the market makers do. What they do is that they trigger sell trades from these areas, because they know people will think that when price comes to this area, it's selling. They trigger a sell trade. If your lot size is too huge, price pulling your capital up, dragging it up, then they clear your account. They will trigger someone's buy trade here, pulling it, all right, and then they clear your trade. That's why price never goes down straight up, and price never goes up straight up. You understand what I'm saying? To be in a zigzag, because they drag like that, so that they clear people's accounts. They are in for money, but they're not here to make you rich. So if you think like they do, you know how to trade the charts. So now looking at the charts right now, you could see that we have order block type 2 and type 1 clean out, price giving us. If you look at the bodies, okay, of this area, you can see price never took them out at the moment, right? So all these places are what? Swings, swing highs, okay? But what kind of swing highs are there? This is a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. You even have a small lower high over here. And what did price do? Price took it out, okay? Price broke it. As soon as price breaks it, we now have order block type 2 down here, and we have order block type 1 down here. So when price came down, type 2 couldn't hold, right? But type 1 was able to hold price. If you know how to trade this, this is 4 hours. You go into 1 hour or 15 minutes and you enter your buy from here. The price is bullish. So how are you going to be out of this trade? You can only be out of this trade when price took out this area. So as soon as price wicked into this area, we're out of the trade. Those who know how to trade knows that we have something called the fair value gap, which is this bullish candle, the gap here, right, from this body to this area. That was where price went to, and it did that exactly. Okay, taking it out, it has nothing to do up there, so it has to drop. So whilst price was going, it left some gaps here. So you can see that on this whole push, the last bearish candle is this guy. So there is a gap here, and price decided to come into it. So right now we are here, and a confirmation that we are bearish is the same setup. Price taking out this order block, taking it out here, retracing, and another higher retracement. Okay, order block type 2 happened here, and at this area there's something we call liquidity, and I'll be recording a video on it. So for now, you can go through my previous videos and learn how to trade such setups. It's so easy. If you are able to understand my order block lessons on YouTube, yeah, you will really use it properly. Because when you see the same setup, even in a daily or even a monthly, you are good to go. You are good to go for about 2 months, 3 months in profit. You get the same setup in a monthly chart. You are good to go. So right now, we are anticipating price to drop. Why should price drop? Look for what attracts price, and what really attracts price? Liquidity, right? So now, price breaking our trend lines, we have a rejection. You have to do a new rejection from this last guy to this last guy, and stretching it in. Now it could look as like one of your trading market structures, trading structures. Okay, So here lies the case. Our pennant has been what? Broken out. We have our breakout here, right? This is our breakout. Price returned back, retrace, all right? And now price is trying to come down. So you ask yourself, what could render price dropping? Liquidity. We have almost equal low. So when price sees these things, we are always attracted to those areas. See, since you could see for yourself, we have properly structured what? Lower lows. And none of them has taken any of them out. And they are all in a good order. But you could see that here we have a low, a higher low, a higher low. But what do we have? This guy has taken out this particular higher low. Okay, so we have a lower low here. Okay, have a lower low at that segment or at that point. This tells us that we have broken market structure because of this. Market has broken structure here. So this buy was to do what? Find more momentum and what? Sell. And that is what it did. So I'm suspecting a drop from here. Now, if you go into daily, there's something there that you need to know. And let me talk about it quickly. I record a video on the power of 3, and if you learned about it, that's fine. Or you check through YouTube videos to see if you can get some from any good mentor. All right, the power of 3. If you look at it, quite simple, right? You need 3 candles, 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now, the top of the first candle, second, and the third should look like this. The second should always be higher than the first and the third. If you get anything like that, sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, but it's very, very powerful, right? And that tells you that the fourth candle should drop. That is what happened here. Now we have this 1, 2, 3. So the fourth candle, which is this one, should have dropped. But you could see that the third candle had a long drop. With this, you need a smaller time frame to trade the third candle. That is how it is. So you can see it requires more and more skills to know how to trade it. And there are areas, okay, areas in price that you should look out for. Not every part of any area in price, and you say, yeah, but like this, we have this 1, 2, 3, and you say, yeah, this one has dropped. No, we have areas in price that you have to look for those kind of setups, right? So yeah, you need to learn more about these things. So we can see the same setup here, right? We can see the same setup here. The power of 3. Now we have the same setup here this time. So I'm suspecting Monday should give us an open low. Okay. Then maybe high closed, maybe open low, high closed, whatever market gives us. So yeah, that's the power of 3. If you can add it to your trading skills, it could also help you. You could even see one up there. Power of 3 over here. 1, 2, 3, and price has been dropping. Power of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the drop and expect 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it happens, but it's not all the time. So you need to add 1 or 2 elements to it before you can really take good advantage over it, right? So, and also price will never give you a perfect trade. If you look at this symmetric triangle or this pennant, you could see that the mostly we will wait, for price to buy. It's supposed to buy, maybe touch our trend line like it did for these 2 guys. Okay. But it didn't go there. It started dropping. We don't want you to catch the big move. When you see things like that, you should know that the sellers are stronger, and also they don't want you to identify these kind of setups. But you say, hey, I'm afraid because price might do what, go back up. It will only do that when it refuses to break this low. When price refuses to break this low, then it's possible we are going up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So that is it. You look out for all these things before you be in your trade. Enjoy your day and thanks for being there. Take care.